In this video, I want to discuss what exactly makes a sentence. And there are various types of sentences. There's the simple sentence, there's the complex sentence, there's the compound sentence, and then there's the compound complex. But the easiest to understand of all of these, and the building block of the other three, is one of the four, these four, it's the simple sentence. So what exactly is the simple sentence? Okay, the simple sentence is always one of the patterns, just one, capitalized and punctuated like a sentence. So let's just take a look. Here are the 5 patterns we've discussed so far. Subject verb, direct object, subject verb, indirect object, direct object, subject verb, subject complement, subject verb, direct object, object complement. Take any one of these patterns, take any pattern, and capitalize it as a sentence. I should put capitalize it as a sentence with proper and punctuation. Capital letter up front and punctuation at close. And there are only 3 marks of end punctuation: the period, the exclamation point, and the question mark. Sounds pretty rudimentary and basic, right? But that's really all it is as far as getting it to appear as a sentence. Now, whether or not it is a genuine grammatically correct sentence according to standard rules, current standard rules, that's another issue involving dependent clauses and independent clauses, and we'll get to that soon enough. But this is where we need to be right now, all right? Because again, with any pattern, if you just take that one pattern and capitalize it with at front, with the first word, the first letter gets capital, put one of these 3 marks at the end, by default, you get a simple sentence. It is a simple sentence. I just mentioned independent clauses, dependent clauses, that will give us a compound sentence, a compound complex sentence, or a complex sentence. But we'll always get one of these. If we just do the patterns, we'll get a simple sentence. And the simple sentence is the building block for these others that I'm talking about. Anyway, let's take a look. The floor creaks. What's the pattern? Creaks is the verb. Who or what creaks the floor? Subject verb. Is it a pattern? Yes, it is. Let's just capitalize it as such. Let's put how about I do a different color here. Capital T and a period. I got myself a simple sentence right there. Wind moves the tree's branches. First of all, is this a pattern? Well, what's the verb? Moves. Who or what moves? The wind. Subject. The wind moves who or what? The tree's branches. Now, is the wind equal to the tree's branches? No. So this cannot be a subject complement. It has to be a direct object. Okay, so I got a pattern right here. Well, let's capitalize it. Wind moves the tree's branches. Let's put a period. I have a simple sentence. It's complete. It's correct. It's a thing of beauty. All right, now the county gave its districts money. Do I have a pattern? Gave is the verb. Who or what gave? The county. The county gave what? Money. Does the county equal money? No. So this has to be a direct object. Do you see that I could take this and put it at the end and say the county gave money to its districts? So this is the following all the rules for a subject verb indirect object direct object. Remember, the indirect object comes between the verb and the direct object. So indirect object. I've got a pattern. Let's make it into a sentence. Capital T. How about we use an exclamation mark? Okay, simple sentence. Got it. Perfect. What about the question? We haven't really looked at the question here in this in these videos. But the thing about a question is it often has a 2-word verb, and it splits the 2 words and puts one of the words of the verb at the very beginning. For example, the verb here is did finish. And to make this a declarative sentence, we would say she did finish the test. But to make it a question, we split the 2-word verb. And we bring the auxiliary part, the helping verb, the first part, up to the front. And we stick the subject in the center of the 2 verbs. So we really have, this right here is your verb. I'm going to have to roll this up a bit. See, this right here is your verb. This would be your subject. This is the direct object. It looks a little funny, but I still have the subject verb direct object pattern. That's why some people would insist there might be a sixth or a seventh pattern, because they might say, hey, it's verb subject, verb direct object, or whatnot, as a question. Well, anyway, this simplifies matters. I do have a pattern here. It's a little out of order, but it's a pattern nonetheless. I'll put a capital D right there. I'll put a question mark right here. I have a simple sentence. Okay? So that's all you have to do to make things, patterns, simple sentences.